Hollywood Studio at Disney now. Okay, so we are now in Disney Hollywood Studios, and we just came through the gate and we are heading straight to Alien Swirling Saucer, which is one of the most popular rides. We didn't get the fast pass for it, but right now the wait time is only 10 minutes, so we're gonna just kind of quickly walk towards it, ride that, and then, you know, start from there. Right now the wait time is only 10 minutes, so it's not so bad. We already missed the opportunity with the Slinky Dog Dash, because right now it's 9:24 and the wait time is already 80 minutes. It's a Toy Story themed ride. I think it's basically a spinning ride, so excited to see what it's like. Going on to the Alien Swirling Saucer in any minute now. We are now sitting inside. Let's see how it is. We're spinning. Whoa! That was the Alien Swirling Saucer. I'm not sure if I'd ride that twice.
Okay.
It was okay. I mean, like, you know, but they did say it was one of the top priorities in terms of the lineup, so it was okay. At least we can say that we've done it, right? We're at the Star Wars The Adventure Continues.
Hold it right there. Do you know who I am? Seriously, I just accidentally wiped my memory. I could use a little help here.
That all carry-on items be safely stowed beneath your seats.
We're in the Star Wars The Adventure Continues. We've boarded now. We're in a spaceship. Check it out. It's our first space travel. Okay guys, we just came out of the Star Wars The Adventure Continues. I'll say that ride was quite fun. It's a virtual reality ride with the 3D sunglasses, and you're put in a spaceship where it moves with the movement of the visuals. And what's cool is that if you are a Star Wars fan, and if you've seen all the episodes, it kind of goes through all the signature looks of each episode. For example, like the episode 1, the pod racer, the underwater with what's his name? Jabra Winks. There is quite a lot of movement, like the left, right, and forward and back. And it shakes quite a bit as well. So I actually had my mic come off the camera. So try to keep things tight. If there's any kind of loose stuff that you may want to put it in the bag and just put it underneath your feet, so you know you don't lose it in the middle of the show. I actually had to kind of stop watching for first 20% of the show because I was looking for my mic that fell on the floor. But all in all, I would actually say this was actually more fun than the Alien Swirling Saucer, and the lineup was much shorter too. So yeah, all in all, it was quite good. So we are at the Twilight Zone, the Tower of Terror at the Disney's Hollywood Studio, and it's supposed to be a scary ride. So you know, it'll be a bit different to the ride we were just on at the Star Wars The Adventure Continues. And let's check it out and see what it's like.
There's a bathroom.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
Sean.
Sean? So is it your first time here?
No.
No? You've been here a few times?
Yeah.
Do you live in Florida? Like, have you been to all four different parks at Disney?
Yes.
Which one?
I've been to all of them.
You've been to all of them. So which one do you like best?
Epcot.
Epcot? I haven't been to Epcot yet. I'm gonna go like next week. So
Yeah.
like, what's the ride that I should definitely go on at Epcot?
Test track. That's
Test track?
like the main ride that everybody knows.
Oh really? Okay. I'll make sure to do that. It's Sean, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome.
We're walking towards the Tower of Terror. We're walking towards the Tower of Terror using the fast lane. Right now there's a 55-minute wait on the line. Oh, look at this. We're passing all the lines here. Awesome. Here we go.
엄청 자랑스레.
Oh, you have to. This is, you know, this is part of the experience. So we just got off the ride from the Twilight Zone, Tower of Terror. You're taken back with the presentation of some people who died in an accident in an elevator in like early 1900s, and then we're supposed to take this maintenance elevator up. Initially, I actually didn't have any idea as to what kind of ride this was. The only thing I knew was some sort of a thrill ride, and it's a scary ride. Since they mentioned the elevators, I thought maybe it's one of those vertical drop ride. But they got up and then they kind of moved forward, so I figured, okay, maybe it's not that, and I kind of relaxed and felt, you know, I don't need to be scared or too worried. And then suddenly you just drop down. You're in a dark room, and then they take you up and down, and then at one point you get to see outside, like at the top of the tower, and it kind of blinds you. And then even before you realize that, you drop down again. One of the more exciting rides we've gone on to this morning. And so if you're coming to the Disney's Hollywood studio, this is one of the rides I would strongly recommend. The wait time can be quite long. The regular line when we entered was 55 minutes. If you can get the fast pass, you need to wait about 10-15 minutes. So I would definitely suggest that and plan ahead for that. So we are here at the Sci-Fi Dine-in restaurant for our lunch. Okay, so we just came up from the Sci-Fi Dine-in. The food was actually quite good. I ended up eating the barbecue burger with the signature sauce, and Veronica ate the chicken pasta. The quality of the food is actually pretty decent compared to, you know, other food that we had at Disney. As for the price, it is expensive as you'd expect. We ended up paying around $64 including tip for the 2 meals that we had. The overall atmosphere is great inside too. The early kind of 60s, 70s drive-in theater sort of feel to it. But the clip that they showed is actually pretty decent. I actually ended up watching a lot of the stuff as I was eating. Servers were very pleasant. Make sure you do get a reservation here though, because otherwise you won't be able to get in. But it shouldn't be too difficult to get the reservation if you're going for lunchtime during the weekdays. So all in all, a pleasant experience. I enjoyed it very much. There's a Star Wars parade going on right now with the stormtroopers. That was pretty cool, huh? Okay guys, now we are at the Frozen sing-along. We're just about to head in, and we're gonna let it go. So we are in the Frozen sing-along set now, and we managed to get a center seat. Right here.
Hello everyone, my name is Aria.
Just Eric at your service.
We just came out from the Frozen sing-along, and I have to say that was quite impressive. The kids love it, but on top of that, it was not just geared just for the kids, but for the parents as well. The royal historians, especially the guy, he did an excellent job. I almost felt that I was actually watching some sort of a stand-up comedy. Incorporated so many different parts of Disney into the presentation, like anything from like Lion King or the songs, but like it's just little bits, and the witty humor that was part of it, that was really fun to watch. At the end of it, they had the grand finale with all the snow. I'm sure the kids will absolutely love it too. So it's actually good for all ages, for parents or teenagers or the kids, for different reasons. And I would actually strongly recommend watching this show if you do come to the Universal Studio at Disney. Well, it's mid-afternoon now and we need to recharge, so you know what that means? Starbucks! So, we are now at the Rock and Roller Coaster by Aerosmith. The line up is about 85 minutes long. Although we couldn't get the fast pass, we're gonna see how this is and hope it's worth it at the end of it. Guys, that was an awesome ride. Was what I wanted to say, but actually I didn't actually get to go on the ride. Veronica and I were actually in the line for about half an hour, but they kept on announcing that the line was going to be much longer than it was initially announced because they are booked solid. We waited about 30 to 40 minutes. Initially the wait was for about 85 minutes, but it looks like it was going to be much longer than that. Looks like we've been spoiled way too much with the fast pass priority lines that we've been using for the last few days, and we were excited for this ride, but the rock and roller coaster with Aerosmith, but we didn't get to see it, we didn't get to ride it, but that's okay. We actually went on a lot of shows and a lot of rides, and we enjoyed them thoroughly too. So maybe next time when we have a visit, we get to check them out. We'll try to get on it as early as possible, or try to get a fast pass for it. But you know, it's the one ride that we're gonna miss, and then it's an excuse to come back. So according to my friends, the Disney Hollywood studio is probably the least busiest of the 4 parks. But today's Friday and it's in January and it's crazy. Have a look at this. Okay, we are heading towards the Indiana Jones epic stunt spectacular. He's supposed to show us some of the magic, not the magic, the movie stunts that they do behind the scenes. So I'm running and a little bit out of breath because I'm kind of walking fast just to make it in time. Okay, see you guys in a bit. So we are in the Indiana Jones epic stunt spectacular. We almost didn't make it, but we made it with about 2 minutes to spare. Apparently this is the last show today, so we're lucky. Just to let me give you a quick look around of what this place looks like.
Exciting.
Yeah, just exciting. Just waiting for a few minutes to have the show start. We heard it from outside. It's like really loud, and there seems to be a lot of stuff happening. So looking forward to the show.
Okay.
We just watched the Indiana Jones, the epic spectacular. It was basically the behind the scenes of how they created some of the stunts from the Indiana Jones. They showed how they did it old school, which was like one take for all the action scenes from beginning to finish, rather than you know, cutting it and doing it the way the movies do it nowadays, where they actually cut it in little segments. There was a lot of explosions. The sound effect was spot on and very entertaining too. They kept the audience engaged for a long time, and the actual show itself was about 40 minutes long. So you know, we really enjoyed it. It was actually better than I expected. Okay, we're gonna check out the Voyage of the Little Mermaid next.
Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for? It's like I always say, Your Majesty. Children got to be free to lead their own lives.
We just watched the show Little Mermaid's Voyage, and I have to say, once again, I am quite impressed of what they've done here. They start off the show with some puppets and dolls using the UV light that they actually end up you know, starting off with the Under the Sea, which is you know, always a fan favorite. After that, they actually progress through the story of the Little Mermaid, showing the parts where they're, you know, the most favorite songs, and you actually have a real life person of the mermaid coming out, Ariel, and then singing. On top of that, the visuals, like when there's like a splash of water, there's actually water, a bit of a spraying, a mist of water kind of falling over, and there's a lot of lights that's being used too. So like, a lot of the times, like you know, you're mesmerized by the colors and the overall atmosphere and the ambiance. On top of that, the beautiful voice of Ariel. If you're a Little Mermaid fan, you should definitely check it out. Like Disney once again has done an excellent job. I can see how like little girls and the little children, when they see this, like they will feel it's real. Like it's more than just a movie that they see. So we are at our last show, FANTASMIC, at the Hollywood studio, and man, there are a lot of people here. Check this out. Don't know what to expect, but really looking forward to it. Last show.
Last show.
Just watched the FANTASMIC as one of the final shows at the Hollywood studio at Disney, and once again, great show. Just like the other theme parks, it's one of the grand finale shows here. It involves fireworks, water, fountains, waterworks, and you get to see the Disney characters, the princesses, and it actually quite heavily features Mickey and the theme from the Fantasia. Another thing that I noticed was that there's quite a bit of a feature for Pocahontas, which wasn't the case at either Magic Kingdom or the Animal Kingdom. FANTASMIC is actually a show that concentrates more on Mickey, so yeah, check that out. Once again, I'm very impressed. It was worth staying back and coming back into the park to check out the show itself. Guys, we just spent the entire day at the Disney's Hollywood Studio, and it's been a fun day. We went on thrill rides, we went into shows, and we even sang Let It Go at the Frozen show. Now, having said that, although the experience, I would say, was different to the other two theme parks, the Animal Kingdom and the Magic Kingdom. Now, I feel that the Magic Kingdom and the Animal Kingdom caters a little bit more towards living into that dream and happiness, whereas the Hollywood Studio is a little bit more grown up in the sense that it shows you how those fantasy worlds were created. So that is something to keep in mind when you're coming to Disney World looking for a particular experience. If you want the experience to be living in those kind of happiness, living in that fantasy, go to Magic Kingdom or the Animal Kingdom. Let's say teenagers, kids that have grown up a little bit, then Hollywood Studio could be a good choice as well, because the themes based around here is a little bit geared towards that too, as Star Wars and Indiana Jones, etc. Having said that, one of the best rides that we've been on, that Veronica and I both agree on, is the Terror Tower at the Twilight Zone at Hollywood Studio. That was a fun ride, and I would strongly recommend it that you check it out if you do visit here. Guys, thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. And if you had an experience visiting Disney World before, please comment below. Let me know what your experiences were. And let me know if there's anything that I missed out this particular time I should check out next time. Guys, once again, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.